Welcome to Zawi, guys. This is Cecilia. Today I'm going to show you how we make a guest bedroom between guests. I'm saying between guests because usually when you have guests visiting, we don't let them use the same linen the previous guest used. So the bed is made like this because there was a guest, and when they left, they made it. So we are preparing for the next guest, so we have to get off the bed sheets. We can still use the other linen, like the coverings, the blankets, but in as far as the sheets are concerned, we take them off for laundry once a guest leaves. We don't want to allow the next guest to use the same bed sheets, no matter how clean they are. So I'm gonna strip the bed and then explain to you how I make a bed and fix my guest room, small as it is. Okay, so I'll take off the bed linen. So this I just placed, this is new, this is clean. I'm throwing on the floor. Maybe I shouldn't be putting on the floor, but it's very clean. These have been used, so I will get rid of this. Okay, now we've stripped the bed. So this is the mattress and the base of the bed. It's a clean mattress. So when you buy clean mattresses, new beds, you want to protect them. Some people, visitors, they bring kids. Even without kids, it's always the best to get yourself a mattress protector and put it, you see there's plastic underneath, so if anybody brought any kids, I'm not worried at all. This will take care of it. Or even excessive sweat. So I've already tucked in the top of the bed because I didn't want to waste much of your time. So now I fit this, and this is, so you find that the top is doubled up, the plastic and the quilted stuff. So now I put this to cover the mattress, like that. Okay, so as long as we get the right size for the right size bed, so this is a queen size mattress cover for a queen size bed, so it fits really well. Now the next thing, I'm gonna put the bottom sheet. I have two sets of sheets here. Both of them are new. I have a white set here. I'm gonna open up. I got this from HomeSense. As usual, this was a cheap set. And then 100% cotton, queen size. So now this is white, and I have a floral set from the same store. So what if this is my own, because this is single set, I could use my entire set white on the bed, but I want to be playful, a bit playful. So I'm going to put a white fitted sheet and a floral flat sheet, just to create some playfulness. Or I could do it the other way around. A floral fitted sheet and a top of a different color. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I have 4 pillowcases. So I'm looking for my bottom sheet here. I found it, this one. Now you go and look for the corners. The shorter side goes to either the top or the bottom. So this would be the top. There's one side with a tag. I prefer all my tags at the bottom. So I'll put the top here. Find the corner. Sometimes it's easy to make beds when there's 2 people. It goes fast. Anyway. So bottom sheet to go over the protected mattress. Okay, so because I said I want to be a bit playful, I don't want to use the same color for the top one. So I'll use the floral one so that I pick shades of blues from the top one. I don't know if it works. If it doesn't, give me comments in the comment section. I could use the same color, but who says you can't use different color different color sheets? So my top sheet is going to be floral, and as always the top sheets have a wider hem on one side and a shorter hem. I have to say this, guys, because I've been to homes or places where people just throw this anyhow. When you have the shorter hem, it's for the bottom part of the bed, which is this one. When you have the wider hem, it's for the top. And the other problem I find, I'm not teaching you how to make beds, guys, I know you know, but trust me, there's always that one person who is not very sure, because I've seen this happen. When they put the sheets there, they put it like that. The right sides face each other. If the bottom sheet was floral, the floral part would be on top, and the wrong side will be facing the mattress. And then for the top sheet, the floral side or the right side would have to face the bed, because this is where the person goes in. You don't want to do it like that, you know, because now the beautiful side is facing where nobody will see it. So this is the wrong way to do it. I would have to flip it. Wide hem, this wide hem on top, right sides facing each other. You can't see the right side here because it's a white sheet, but I can see it from the hem. The hem is folded the other way, so this will be the right side. So that's very important what I said, because sometimes people don't figure out, especially when it's not floral, when it's a solid color, you find they have wrong sides facing the other side or one side facing the, because nobody bothered to check. Sometimes it's not because people don't know, it's just they don't bother, you know. But when you're preparing a guest bedroom for your guests, you want them to have the best experience, right? So do things right. So you see now, right sides facing each other. This side, right. Now, let me push this first, because I find I put this headboard some months ago. I had it fixed. It's a very cheap one. I just didn't want a blank wall. Whenever finances permit, I'm hoping to upgrade this. But for now, it serves the purpose. It does serve the purpose. So, I'm gonna do this. Tuck this part in and fold here. Same side, same thing here, so that the corners are well tucked in. I usually just tuck in the base, so you see I have a neat edge here, and I tuck in the base so that when they go in, they don't feel like tight under the covers. I don't like that feel when I sleep. They want to feel loose and comfy, right? So yeah, and then now I'm done. Summertime, I just throw this. I've already inserted my duvet insert in my duvet cover, and the colors I'm picking from the color scheme, off-white and blue, and the white thing. I've had to put this. I didn't bother to show you this on the camera. Most people know how to do it. It's just mastering the technique so that you do it quick. If you get it wrong, this is gonna take a while to insert. So that part is already done. And I know that the open part of the duvet cover, which is this one, is supposed to go, guys, on the bottom side of the bed here. But I'm gonna flip it, and I'll explain why. I'm gonna flip it so that it goes to the top. You know, sometimes you don't have to follow what other people do. There's always room for a little twist to what you know, to what the books say, to what the experts say about bed making, just so you get things to work for you, right? So, like I was saying, when you throw in your duvet, this side is supposed to be on the bottom. But when I put this side on the bottom, you find there's this wide, solid blue color, and there's so much blue in my room. So to minimize this, I have less blue on the part that's gonna be there. And yet the top part, which is this one, is gonna be all covered by pillows. So how about me flipping things around? I put this side with the solid color on top, like this color. Let me do that. And I explain what I'm saying. Right? So that there is less of the blue color, because then it will be a bit too much. Blue, 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 and then full. So I'm trying to cut down on that, because when I place my pillows, they're going to cover this entire blue. So now there's a lighter shade here on the bottom part of the bed. Pillows here to cover. So now this is lighter. This blue here would have been throwing in a little bit of more color, but yeah, I'll explain things more. So I prefer this way, but when the visitor comes, all we do is just have to flip the duvet cover around. So because I put my floral cover on top, I'm gonna do this. One more thing I'm going to say: when you buy duvet covers, this is a queen size bed. You see how it flows there? Some people put bed skirts, which I don't have. My habit has been to, when you buy a duvet cover for a queen size bed, I go king size, so that the duvet cover flows all the way to the floor, right? But this is queen for queen, so I'm using this for demonstration purposes. I don't like the base of the bed showing like it is, so I always go for king size duvet cover. So you see why I wanted, because I wanted this part to show, right? And then I'll place my pillows. So I'm creating that little bit of playfulness. If this was a king size, it would be flowing there and covering all that. Sometimes you don't always have what you want, so things will work however you want them to work, right? So I've done this. You don't have to do this with duvet covers, but because I did this this was deliberate, I want this to show in the room that I have mixed two color patterns together. So the only way to do that is to show, to flip this over, so any visitor coming, they would know where to go in here, right? Fine. So okay guys, so now I'm placing my pillows on the bed. I want my beds to be full of pillows. So I have these two big pillows, but so I was going to put these big pillows first here, but I'm not gonna use these pillows. Sometimes when you don't have something, just don't bother about it. I could still use my small pillows here even without this. The reason I'm not gonna use this because I don't have covers for these two large pillows. This one has got a cover, but it's one. And the second reason, they are flat. They need to be puffy to look nice. I will not throw them away. I will use them when there's no visitors, or I will use them for us. But for visitors, I want the best. So I'll put this aside until I get covers made. So I'm just gonna place these pillows like so. Always when you place pillows on the bed, always the open side must face away. Guys, you might be hearing some weird sound coming from the background. It's the solar system that lights up the entire homestead. So sometimes it does that when it's doing its work. I can't explain the terms because I'm not an electrician. So that's where it is. So you hear it make weird sounds, especially when it's cloudy and the sun comes out. I guess that's how it draws light from the panels outside there, then generates it to the inverter and blah, 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 blah. You know better than I do. So in case I digress, because you may have been wondering, what's going on? You see that? Yeah, so unfortunately, the solar system is in one of the guest bedrooms. Don't you worry, the guests are not going to be bothered because this only happens during the day when it's drawing energy from the sun. Maybe that's the best way to put it. At night, it's silent. So don't be like, how are they going to sleep? I just thought I should explain because you may have been wondering, what's going on? So getting back to our bed making, guys. So I was saying when you have pillowcases, like they are open on one side, always the open side faces away from the door. The door is opposite. So faces that side, the next one, that side again. Now because I have different colors, you see how puffy these pillows are? This is how you want them. So I'll put this other color. Don't know what that crawling thing is. Also, facing the other side, I'm gonna put both white pillows at the back, like that. Remember, they all have to face away from the door, so when they are coming in, they don't see the open side. With these ones, you don't have that pillowcase slip where you fold it in. Maybe it's a cheaper version of sheets, so like that. And then that one, like that. This is simple enough, guys. I know sometimes you can throw in different color textures, different size pillows. When you don't have those things, no need to worry. Play around with what you have. This is good enough. I didn't have to use the big pillows I showed you. They would have been much bigger and extending up to there. But they are too old and I don't have proper covers for them. So this is good enough. If I had visited somebody and they had made my bedroom like this, it's still good enough. When you get more money and buy the better pillows, the different sizes, the lumbar pillows, and then you can take some off. But this is still good enough. Always work with what you have, right? And one more thing. So my room has a lot of color. The curtains are kind of busy. I could throw this here. I could do that here. But I don't want to do that because it will be too much. The curtains are busy. So I would rather leave this plain. Also, if I had a plain duvet cover, I would have used that. White, off-white, grays. So yeah, one other way is to throw something like that. I could, tell me, do you think I should put this here? That would help. That would be nice. Or I would have thrown there a knitted throw. I don't have those things, or to match I have, but they are not for this bedroom. So there's no harm just leaving it like that. But if you really needed to, I could throw this. Yeah, I could leave it like this because it's still gray. When I change curtains or drapes for gray, this will still work. The color scheme is still there. We have a gray. If I'm thinking it's too busy, I'll take it off and just leave this. But there's a gray there. There's a gray on the wall, and there's grays in sheets. So I'm not very wrong. I always love to use 3 different shades of color. So I have my blues, my lace curtains, have my shears, they have the whitish, the grays and the blues. My head is bored, so I can afford to play around with grays and blues and white. So here's my simple bed. Not much. Next time I probably would have upgraded this to something better, more pillows, better quality pillows, and you guys may agree with me. So let me show you the rest of the room now. Okay guys, so this is the finally made guest bedroom. The color scheme is quite obvious. That's the rug on the floor. We have a chest here. I'm not sure if I should call that a chest. Blends well. I put this here just to cut the blue. Of course, an ugly plant that needs to be replaced. And I also got a small lampshade, just so when the visitors come and they don't like the full light above there, they could just dim the lighting in the room by using this light. And then of course that draws to put what they want. And then of course next to the solar unit there, they have cabinets. They can throw away their stuff, put away their clothing and stuff. And we turned this into a working desk. So they've laptop, computer, work to do. They just grab a chair, put it here. They can put their feet there at the bottom. That's high enough for an adult leg and thighs to sit and put their legs there. The battery can easily be movable. And then they use this for their work, because of course the inverter is up there. So they have all this room to do their computer work, and of course the drawer to store away whatever they need to store away. So this is the completed room. Let me know if I've done it well. I have a nail there, when you see on the above the headboard. Unfortunately, it looks like it's not centered. So because it's not centered, I'll have to nail another nail on the other side to balance, so that I can hang 2 pictures side by side. If I needed to use one, it would have to be centered somewhere there to the left, and then 1 picture on top. But because it's all not centered, I still need to put in another nail on the left side, so that I have 2 pictures directly above the headboard. So yeah, this is the room. What do you think? Let me know if I'm wrong. So that window shows the outside into the garden, that one. And then this is that's a laundry basket, a cheap one. And this is an exit door to another patio. So you can exit the house or the bedroom from here, because the hallway to the main house is that one, but we also have an exit door here to a patio. So however guests wish, come out, enjoy the patio, come back into their house, into their bedroom, sorry. So that is it. The video is done. Share your comments, guys, your opinions. I've been thinking to change the shears because they're too busy, but some people say, no, they are nice. Just try to go for more solid colors for the bed linen to, to cut down on that. What do you think? Let me know. Please remember to comment, to share, and subscribe. Cecilia Zawi TV, Zimbabwe. Bye-bye.